Hey, welcome back to the 5 Minute Strategist. One of the things that I notice in the small business space is that a lot of the messaging we hear is about more revenue, more marketing, more sales. So it's natural for us to think that more revenue solves all problems. It can seem like the obvious path for us to choose. If something's not working in our business, the answer must be to generate more money to solve that problem. However, when you're trying to build a more sustainable business, focusing on your profit is often a better way to go. But you also can't have profit without revenue. So it's this weird chicken and egg moment, right? So let's just go back to basics for a second. Revenue is the total income that your business generates. So all the money that you make before you take off a single expense. It's called the top line because it's the top line of your profit and loss statement or your income statement. My accountant is showing, I know, but I think it's important that we understand these terms really clearly. Revenue does give us a big piece of the picture. It shows us that there's demand for what we're selling. It shows us that we're able to sell. It's a sign that what you're offering is working. Profit, on the other hand, is the bottom line. It's the final line on your income statement or your profit and loss statement. So it is after everything has been subtracted from that revenue number. Profit is what tells you that the business can keep going, that you're able to make enough money to pay for the business, to cover your investments, to save for a rainy day. Revenue can be a bit of a vanity metric because it tells you that you're externally successful. But profit is where the peace of mind lives. It's the thing that tells you that your business is viable. And each of these aspects can seem really, really important. Revenue is the fuel for our growth, right? You'll have heard people say that like sales is the lifeblood of the business, right? You need revenue to pump money into the business, but profit takes that growth that revenue generates and makes it sustainable. You might think revenue is what looks successful. When people are out there on the streets, on the socials going, I made this much from a launch, no one cares. Ask them how much profit they made. Anyone can increase revenue if you're ready to spend enough. You can make huge losses trying to grow your revenue number. It doesn't mean you've successfully and sustainably grown your business. So how do you figure out which of these you need at the moment? Well, unsurprisingly, I want you to go and look at your financials. I want you to go and look at what your revenue's done over the last 12 months. Compare where you are now with where you were last year. Is your revenue increasing, decreasing? Is it staying stuck? Then go look at your expenses and look at where your cost story doesn't correspond with your revenue story. In particular, where you see cost going up and you don't see a similar increase in your revenue. Then calculate your profit margin. So your profit margin is your profit divided by your revenue as a percentage. So if your business is showing this amazing revenue and low profit, you're investing a lot to jack up that front number, and you may need to readjust and look at your expenses. On the other hand, if you've got really healthy profit margins, you're probably not investing enough in the business, and maybe your revenue is looking a bit stagnant, and it's time for some sales and marketing investment. So understanding the financial health of your business is going to help you make some really effective decisions here. Then we want to think about long-term versus short-term. So when you think about what your goal is for your business, if your goal is to grow your business and you're in that expansion phase, you might find that you're investing a lot to increase revenue. So your revenue becomes your focus and maybe you're spending a bit more and your profit takes a bit of a hit. If you're looking to build a sustainable business and you're trying to make things financially stable, maybe after a growth spurt, then you want to focus on maximizing profits. So it depends where your business is trying to get to in order for you to pick which of these is your priority. You also want to think about yourself in this equation. What do you want most from both your business and your personal life? Do you want rapid growth massively? Totally fine, no judgment. Do you crave financial stability? Or are you looking at work-life balance? If you're a work-life balance person, your focus should generally be more on maximizing your profits so that you get more out of what you're putting in. So you don't need to put in as much so that you can have some time off from your business. So you want to think about the long-term implications of maximizing revenue or the long-term implications of maximizing for profit, and then look at where that puts you in relation to where you want your business to be. There's no real right or wrong answer here. This question is so much more nuanced than all the messaging that you're getting on social media is telling you. Often you actually need a bit of a blend. One will be your main priority, but you can't ignore the other while you work on it. You can't decide you're going to go for revenue and sacrifice all your profit, because otherwise, what are you going to pay yourself? In the same way, you can't cut all of your costs to maximize your profit, because how will you deliver to your clients? And then all of that revenue is going to get refund requested. So you have to think about your unique situation, your business, what you want personally, what your goals are for the business and for yourself. And then the best strategy is the strategy that works for your specific situation. So right now, do you need more revenue or more profit in your business?